Hey guys, this is just a quick video I wanted to make about belief. So sometimes this lands when people say it, and sometimes it's just cliche and it's like, okay, whatever. Henry Ford said, whether you believe you can or you can't do it, you're right. And this really comes into play when you've got big, audacious goals that might seem overwhelming. Winners lose more than losers lose. Winners just don't quit. So think about that. Think about someone else has done what you're trying to do, something big, something audacious. And you can model what they've done. But think about, what is their identity? Who did they have to become? Who did they have to become to be who they are? So the past of someone who's very successful is probably filled with a lot of losing, a lot of striking out, a lot of trying. So to be a winner, you kind of have to be a loser. And you have to really believe that you can do it. Because along the process, when your goal is so big and things get so challenging, this doubt, this wimpy little voice starts to creep in. So how are you going to remind yourself that this is part of the process, that every person who's done great things has gone through these things? They didn't just get there. So plan on losing. Just don't quit. Believe in yourself. Sometimes that's the difference. Thanks for watching. Hey, how's it going? So today we're going to talk about being happy and my favorite 4 ways to be happy. Number 1, I think this is the most easiest way to be happy. Focus on your physiology, your sleep, your movement, your diet, all those things you know that are fundamental. Make sure you do those. So those are the easiest, I think, to control. I guess it's easy for me because I've always done it. Number 2, the second way to be happy. Focus on other people. Don't we always get caught up in our heads thinking about what I have to do today and my problems and how things happen to me? When you take that attention and you take that energy and bring it into thinking about how you can help other people in other ways, in a deep place, you start to feel good. Third place that you can be happy, to make yourself happier, gratitude. There's a meditation that we do where we sit there and we say, think of one thing that you're grateful for. Think of one more thing that you're grateful for. Think of one more thing that you're grateful for. When people are depressed, specifically, I do this with them. And at the end of it, there's just, they expand, they get outside of themselves so much that they start to feel this sense of happiness, this sense of belonging, this sense of connection. That's the third thing. The fourth thing, the final thing to be happy is, where are you growing in your life? What are you doing? Are you getting better financially? Are you getting better physically? Are you developing your relationship? Are you learning some kind of new fun skill? Are you doing anything to move the needle forward in your life? Once you do that, you'll be happy. So your physiology, your personal growth, help other people, and then be grateful along the whole way. Those are the 4 things you can do to be happy. Have a great day. Hey, today I want to talk about discipline. Discipline equals freedom. There's a book written by a guy named Jocko Willink, and he talks about discipline equaling freedom. People get allergic to the word discipline. It's like, oh my gosh, it sounds miserable. How can we make discipline exciting? Well, what are the habits that you would have to do in life for discipline to be worth it? How can you connect your micro goals with your macro goals? First, you have to have a big outcome that you're excited about, that you're looking forward to. Next, decide what that is. Is that meditating every day? Is that working out in the morning? Is that journaling and getting organized? So what I've noticed with my coaches is their ability to stay so disciplined, perfectly disciplined, on a level that I had never really encountered before. They don't miss a morning routine. When we have conversations, they stay on point, on target, so I'm getting my goal. We don't lose focus. They go for a walk every day and express how much they love each other, so their relationships are awesome. So what do you have to be disciplined with? Let's pick one habit to start with, one micro habit that attaches to your major goal. I suggest the first habit that you start with is writing what's called a rocket fuel statement. A statement that ignites the emotion inside of you and touches you. And this is more effective at influencing your actions and your behavior, more effective than any logic is. I'm going to have a write-up on a blog post coming soon, so stay tuned and don't be afraid of discipline. Connect the micro with the macro. Open up space in your life. Hey, today I want to talk about honoring commitments, the commitments you make to yourself and the commitments you make to other people. I work closely with doctors, lawyers, engineers, business owners, and these people don't just cancel or not show up. They don't do that in their personal lives either. It's a nasty, nasty mental virus to have the habit of canceling late or not showing up or doing this to your friends on a regular basis or anyone. It means you're not reliable. And if you're not honoring commitments to other people, are you honoring the commitments you're making to yourself? Because when you do that, it's part of your belief system. You're telling yourself a story and you're staying with it, or you're going to change it last second. When you are impeccable with that word, it is a powerful thing inside of you. You're going to get a lot more work done because you're honoring that commitment to yourself. Your energy is going to get better. People are going to want to work with you. When you honor your commitments, you're going to have a happier, healthier, more loving, more peaceful life. Hey, high performers focus on details. So you've got a change that you want to make. What is that change? Are you sure you want to make that change? All right, so you want to do that. What's the next step? You got to plan something out. All right, when are you going to do that? Tomorrow. Okay. What time tomorrow? You're gonna try to do it at that time. Try. Wow. Try. It's a dangerous word. Say you're going to do it. Not you should do it. You'll end up shoulding all over yourself. So you've done that. You've tried. So now you're scheduled. Now you're certain. Now you've got a time. What is one thing you can do right now to build momentum towards making sure that gets done? Can you set an alarm? Is there anyone else that is going to be involved that you need to communicate with? Can you message them? This is the more serious process people go through when they make changes and make decisions to make sure that actually things get done. Versus this, let me just do this later and put it off, or whatever people tell themselves. Ask more detailed questions, and at the end, always say, what is one thing I can do right now to build momentum towards getting this done in the future? That's your tip for today. Have a good one. Hey guys, how you doing? That beard's coming in. Today's tip is, you are the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. Now think about who you spend the most time in conversation with or just doing stuff with. Who do you communicate with the most? Look at them. Look at how well they eat. Look at their honesty. Look at their work ethic. Do they exercise? Do they have healthy habits in general? Do they read? Do they meditate? Are they happy? Are they happy people? Do they have good quality relationships? Because you're going to average out to be that. Now, you can change your 5 friends, or you can change your 5 friends. So there's some hard conversations that might need to be had, and there's some people that, you want to give them a shot. You want to make everyone's life better. So good luck with that. Surround yourself, be happy. Hey, guys, if you're planning something and it's important and you've got a lot of things to do, don't overthink it. Don't overplan it. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. They don't care as much about you as you think they do. They're thinking about themselves. That's what's important to them. You might make small mistakes here and there, and you might be a little embarrassed about it. They're going to forget about that. What they're going to remember is how you made them feel, what you did, where you persist. Did you bring positive energy to the situation? So focus on those things. Take action quicker. Stop thinking. Get out of your head. Just take action. You'll learn something, and things will get better. As opposed to what? Not doing a goddamn thing. Have a great day. Hey, so let me ask you this. Are you tired? Are you exhausted? Do you maybe not like your job? Well, if you have low energy, no one likes their job, no matter what you're doing, because you don't like to do anything when you're tired. You know, there's a reason that employers in New Orleans, in this city, complain about the ability to get quality employees. And, well, let's just put this in perspective. Think about the history of time, all the people that have ever lived. Think about how many obese people have been on the planet. Because right now, at this period of time, there's more obese people than have ever been on the planet. When you take the whole planet, where are they? They're in the United States and they're in Mexico. And in the United States, they're in the South. So when you take the 10 billion people that have ever lived, most are alive right now, and you say, which culture, which system produces the most obese people ever? You're living in that. You're living in a place that the norm is to be the most unhealthy, tired, obese person ever. When you look at statistics about Louisiana and our behavioral statistics, our drinking, our smoking, our sleeping, and our stress, we're winning. Worst ever. So what's normal around here? And what are you doing to break the trend? What are you doing with your children? What are you feeding them? What are you showing them? Put that in perspective and think about what you want to start doing, because other places have never, ever acted the way we act, and it's exceptional. You're not a victim of this. You've got the power and the ability to control it and to make changes. Guys, what's up? Quick story. So I'm listening to a guy named Kevin O'Leary. He's one of the guys on Shark Tank. And he's talking about how some of his businesses have outperformed other businesses. And he found one common trait between the ones that did a lot better than the other ones. They had female CEOs, which was surprising. And guys, come on. Well, he dug a little bit deeper. Why did the female CEO run companies do better than the male CEO run companies? And what he found was the female companies tended to set more realistic, achievable goals, while the male CEOs would set these much higher, loftier goals, super ambitious. And while the men may have even outperformed, the females hit their goals. And what happens when you hit your goals versus you don't hit your goals? When you hit your goals, the team stays united. Confidence stays up, morale stays up. There's a positive attitude. We're all together. We're all moving forward. When you aim for something huge and you don't reach it, it's disheartening. It's not good for your spirit, for your attitude, for who's to blame or what's to blame, or now I feel like I'm a failure. So how do you take that and apply it to the goals that you set in your life and the things that you're doing? So don't lose 15 pounds this month. Lose 5. Because if you can't lose 5, then something's really wrong. But if you don't lose 15, oh well, you tried. So take that 5 pounds and say, all right, that means it's 1 pound a week. So every week you got to be closer. And that's more doable. You'll reach your goals. You'll be happier. And don't hire a man to run your business, I guess. Hey guys, what's up? All right, I'm going to talk about something else today. You need a lot of energy to get new things done and make new decisions. So if I'm going to learn something new, if I'm going to sit down and make some hard decisions, or if I'm going to plan a trip, or anything that requires deep thinking, you need more energy. So if you drink over the weekend on Monday, Tuesday, you're still kind of tired, your energy is low. If you don't really work out on a regular basis and you don't even know what it's like to have a lot of energy, then you might never get some of this deep work done. So to get deep work done, you need a surplus of energy. Not enough to just show up and get by and just get things done at the minimum, but enough to really grind and focus. You need excess energy. How do you get that? Fundamental stuff: sleep, water, clean food, stimulants, coffee, maybe a little bit early, but not too much, exercise, some movement, but not too much to where you're stressing yourself out, and then some kind of consistent rhythm. Once you get that, once you organize that, once you figure out what works for you, and you lay off the toxins, the things that drain your energy, and you start to figure out what gets your energy up, now you block out your time. Now, with that time, you've got the energy, the mental focus to face resistance, to identify where the resistance is. And once you dig in there and you move towards that resistance, that's when magical doors open up and things get really fun and really exciting. And you wake up every day looking forward to your work, because you're looking forward to these changes in your life that are actually going to happen. So get your energy up. Figure out what's draining your energy. Stop doing it. These are options. How's it going? Some advice on getting advice. If you've got a new project or something new that you're starting or you're doing, and people can see that you're doing it, they're going to give you feedback. And sometimes it's critical. Sometimes you're getting feedback from people who you wouldn't ask advice from in the first place. People you don't admire. People who do things that you don't agree with. Completely ignore that. Other times you get advice from friends who are trying to give you constructive feedback. And when you get that, just think about, maybe they want to see you succeed, and if they give you just a nugget of wisdom, it's like they get to be part of that success. So take it as it comes and really do what you think is best. That's probably always going to be best. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Hey, what's up? Today, I'd like to talk about happiness. And 4 things I think are responsible for making you happy, keeping you happy, bringing you up when you feel unhappy. So let's get into them. The 4 things. Number 1 is, I think, the easiest and my favorite, the most controllable. Your physiology, your energy level. Are you drained? Are you tired? That's going to affect how happy you are. Number 2, gratitude. It's impossible to feel sad and ungrateful and be happy. When you sit there and you expand and you think how people wish they had your problems, how someone's got it worse somewhere, just go through and start to expand and talk to yourself about the things you're grateful for. The more things you can list out, as petty as they might seem, as big and important as they might seem, the more things you can list out, it's going to bring you a sense of happiness. Physiology, getting your energy up, being grateful. How about making progress at something? If you're not making progress at something, it's hard to be happy. Are you learning a new skill? Are you getting in better shape? Is your financial situation getting better? Are your skills at work getting better? Are you doing anything to improve your relationship? What are you making progress with in life? Learn something new. And number 4, take the focus off of you and put it onto someone else. Help people. Stop thinking about your life, your future, your past, your problems. Just go help somebody. And when you start to put that energy out there, you're going to feel good about yourself. And a lot of this stuff, it comes from a deep place. So if you're feeling unhappy, hit that checklist. Check those 4. Get happy, have fun. Say hi, Rocco. This is how we're going to get more clicks with your face. All right, guys, today is about something called NSDR. So do you ever have a day, I'll put him down, where you're kind of burnt out because you spent all morning grinding through, making decisions, and you just feel a little fried? Well, I get that a lot. And your body has physical limits. We could sit there and drink a bunch more coffee and really push through and keep going, but that's gonna have effects later. It's gonna affect your sleep. It's gonna affect your work. What if you could actually recover and reset in 20 minutes? So that's why we have something called NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. It's also known as yoga nidra, but you know, some people hear the word yoga and run. So non-sleep deep rest is something I do about 12:30, 1 o'clock on most days. I lie down. It's more like a power nap than it is a meditation. And it's basically a guided power nap. And you wake up and you feel like you just slept 8 hours and you're recharged and you're ready to go make decisions and be focused. So if you're having an issue like that and you feel burnt up, non-sleep deep rest, there's 2 resources I like. There's an app called Yoga Sanctuary by Rod Stryker. And then there's a guy on YouTube. His name is Liam Gillen. I like his. So guys, I hope that's helpful. Try it once. It's not that hard and you feel great after. See ya. All right, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I want to tell the story of 2 people who make 2 different decisions. One person who gave in to temptation versus one person who stayed focused. And here's how the numbers work out through a 4-week period. So after the first week, both people are following their plan pretty good. Whatever your goal is, maybe it's weight loss, maybe it's just getting work done and making progress in your business. Let's say you fall off for 1 week. The person over here, maybe they drank alcohol or just ate a bunch or did whatever. They fell off and they gained 2 because they gave into that temptation. Whereas this person kept losing weight. Week 3, what happens? Well, the person that gave in originally, it's really still trying to just neutralize and get their lifestyle back. Whereas the person that stayed focused the entire time continues progress towards their goal. Let's fast forward 1 more week. So what happens? This person continues to make progress 4 weeks straight. This person is now basically back to where they started. They're back on track. What does this tell you at the end of it? This person is right where they started because they gave in one bad decision. And this person here, smooth sailing, life's getting awesome. So 1 bad decision can cost you 4 weeks of progress. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, here's what I'm thinking about today. What's been coming up several times is when I work with people, I coach people, they have to spend about an hour a week with me. Then they have to spend another hour that week doing some kind of homework, something to organize their life, to make decisions. They're confronting resistance. It takes a lot of surplus energy to do that. So they have to get their energy up. And dedicating that time is so important to organizing your life, to planning and making those decisions. One thing that keeps coming up is you need the support of your partner to do that. So you have to communicate. This day, at this time, I'm going to be sitting down and doing focused work. That way they're not going to distract you or make you feel guilty for not spending time with them. And the really good performers, their partners actually support that. So did you sit down today like you said you were going to do? Oh, here's some coffee. Let me help you. And when you talk to your partner about this time that you're sacrificing or blocking off, remind them that if I spend this time organizing our lives, our opportunities are going to open up. I'm going to be happier to be around. And then actually have that conversation. So what day, what time are you going to focus on organizing your life? And when are you going to talk to your partner about how that's important, why that benefits them? This keeps coming up, and just one of those things. If you can free that up and dedicate time to sitting down and getting that kind of deep work done, with that time, you're going to plan a better life with more opportunity and more happiness. So let me know if you guys have any feedback on that. Thanks for watching.
Matt, we love you. We love you so much. We all love you. Woo! Yay, Matt.
Hey, do you ever feel weak, like you can't respond to life's challenges? Well, it's a good idea to make a habit getting comfortable being uncomfortable. So on a daily basis, you can train this. You can do things like fasting. Maybe you start with skipping a meal. You could take an ice bath. Maybe you take a cold shower. You could do an Indian sweat lodge for 4 hours, or maybe just go to the sauna. You could sit down and meditate for a minute. So there's different ways that you can stress your body out. You can exercise. You can do different types of exercise. There's different ways to stress your body out, to make your body and your mind more resilient. So in the future, you're more equipped to deal with life's problems. You're stronger. If you had started doing something 5 years ago to get uncomfortable and practice getting uncomfortable in any way, where would you be now? How resilient and strong would you be now? If you start now, 5 years from now, how resilient are you going to be? If you don't start something now, what patterns are going to persist and make you feel weak and insecure? What is the one thing you can do every day to start becoming more resilient? It's going to be uncomfortable. Just stretch it a little bit. Stretch. If you do that, you're going to feel better. You're going to have a better future. Good luck with it. Please send me some feedback. Have a great day. Hey guys, here's a little trick to help you live more peacefully. Somewhere in your life, you probably have a minor conflict with a boss, a coworker, your partner, a family member, maybe even a friend. Well, when you have these small conflicts, we tend to avoid the confrontation, and this puts things off. So now we get another small conflict that we don't feel like addressing because the confrontation or the conversation, the communication is just uncomfortable. Well, instead of avoiding the confrontation, we remember it, we take a little note in our mind, and then we might even start to develop some passive-aggressive behavior about, someone constantly leaving something in a spot that we don't like. And then things get so bad to a point where you're having a bad day, your energy is low, you're tired, you're angry, you're snappy, and you blow up. And now it's this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing. It's all these notes you've kept in your mind totally come out. So we want to avoid that happening. You want to communicate sooner so that these things don't happen. So, don't be a wimp. Have the conversation earlier. And when you have the conversation, consider this, a feedback sandwich. You start off with something that's nice and genuine and authentically appreciative about them. Then you slide in your complaint, hey, please stop leaving the cap off the toothpaste. And then you say, oh yeah, by the way, I love you and our relationship is great and I'm so happy that we get to spend so much time together. That's how you cut off a lot of big major blow up fights, and then you don't lose momentum in your relationships. So that's my word for the day. Thank you for listening. Hey, today I'm talking about practice. Yoga is a practice. Meditation is a practice. I'm talking about practice. We practice sitting and watching ourselves think. We practice stressing out our bodies. So when life hits, we can absorb the stress and manage our emotions and manage our energy. I'm talking about practice. I'm not talking about life where you get cancer, where a hurricane hits your home and you have to manage all these stresses, or when you're trying to set an example for your kids. I'm talking about practice. And you can't do it. Why? Because you're too tired, because you don't have enough time. You're supposed to be supporting the people around you, trying to help them get better, being a leader. I'm talking about practice. Practice. Hey, when a disaster strikes and your life is chaotic, what are the things you do to bring back the momentum in your life? What are the routines, the habits, the prayer, the meditation, the exercise, the podcast, the music? What is it that you do to get your momentum back? When you get a flat tire, don't slash the other three. Stabilize the situation. Go to your habits and get back in your rhythm. Get your energy back. Get it up. Reorganize. What are the things that you need to do to get back on track? It's time. Let's go. Hey, today I want to talk about all the things you're not doing and how life is extremely short. And you're going to be sitting there, hopefully, in a rocking chair, thinking about all your regrets one day. And this is a little exercise I like to do. I like to sit back and think about, what am I going to be thinking? What am I going to wish I had done? And people tend not to regret the things that they did. They regret the things they don't do. So what are your opportunity costs for missing out and sitting back on life? Opportunity costs are, you're going to sit there and be lazy today and not take action, which means you can't go from A to B. If you can't get from A to B, you can't go from B to C. So how are you going to get to Z before the whole thing's over with? Don't sit back and regret life. So what's that one thing you're going to do? What's that one thing that maybe pops in your head and keeps popping in your head and you keep thinking about it? Why does it just show up out of nowhere? It's in your head for a reason. What can you do to take action on that? What is the next step? Who else is involved? Where's the mental resistance towards doing that? And what's stopping you? Just take the next smallest step. Just identify it and do that. And even after, if you fail, you'll learn something. You won't regret it, I promise. So take action now, today.